Here you are.
Somebody's phone is on. Hi, everyone. So, we were not here last week, but not for the reason we were supposed to be here not last week. Amy, why were we not here last week?
We were not here because I had another spontaneous collapse lung.
And that was scary.
That was scary.
Yeah, on Tuesday, was it last week?
Yes.
Yeah. Tuesday of last week, Amy woke up and was not feeling great. She had shortness of breath and pain across her chest. And she went to work.
All day.
And then she went to urgent care and they said, hey, you got to go to the hospital because you have a deflated lung. And then we went to the hospital and she's all good now. So.
Well, yes, I'm good now.
Yes. So, we're back today, and then next week is Denise's birthday.
Right. Yeah.
So, we'll probably be here. Denise is going to have dinner with the parents, so. And then.
Well, she'll be with them Friday night, right?
Oh.
She'll be here.
Okay, well, then we're going to have something real good, though. So. What are we doing? Oh, we got to get started is what we got to get going. So we're going to make 3 things with lemons. We both wanted dessert, and I couldn't decide on what I wanted. Amy wanted some sort of cake with a lemon drizzle on it. I wanted something creamy, so we're going to do lemon custard, which is basically kind of our ice cream base already, but it's a little bit more heavy on the heavy cream and less on the half and half.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. And we're gonna make a sheet pan, what I'm calling a quick pound cake, because it's not going to be in a traditional loaf. It's going to be the batter's going to go in a quarter sheet pan. And
is it a dense cake?
It should be, yes.
Okay, like half a pound cake.
Yes. So speaking of that, go out and preheat your oven to 350. And then I've got the ice cream maker pre-cooling, but we need to get going on this because there's a lot of things that have to happen. So this is 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of half and half, and then how much of this is what I need it to be. I forget what the other thing is. Okay, it's zest of 2 lemons. And so I need to put a little salt in here, which is just a pinch of salt. And that's going to help sweet become sweeter. Oh, and there's a half a cup of sugar.
What's in there again?
There is 2 cups heavy cream, 1 cup half and half, half cup sugar, pinch of salt, and the zest of, the zest of 2 lemons, which I have right here. So that'll all go in.
Okay.
And then we'll get it on this, and we're not looking.
You're supposed to add that before you heat it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. That's what it says. Steaming, not boiling. So, one thing we know about this thing, you can see that the sugar's already on the bottom here.
Coagulated.
Yeah. So this says we have eggs. Any custard, remember, has eggs in it. So I was sitting there thinking, well, what do I want to? I've had a sweet tooth, and it's been warm here. Here in Reno,
in the 80s.
It was like 86 or something like that yesterday, and I think today it was very similar. So
yeah, and I had oxygen tanks rolling around in my trunk, just waiting to explode.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It says right on them, do not store in trunk of car.
Did I do that? Okay, so this is going to do its thing. This is going to get to, like I said, I don't want this to boil, but I do want it to steam. So, come on, Tiny Whisk.
Yes, when life gives you lemons, make lemon drizzle cake. Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
So, again, this is I think lemon, summery, refreshing.
Yeah.
It's been hot, and it's plus I just like ice cream, and I want some.
I like lemony things. We had a lemon olive oil cake at Orsi.
Oh yeah,
So
so
that's what happened before I had the
Oh,
collapse
yeah,
lung.
she-
I got to go to wine country with the girls,
right, which
and
if
it was so fun. And at one of the places we had this olive oil lemon cake, and oh man, was it good!
that was an option for tonight,
Oh shoot! Well, another time.
but we didn't do that. So what do we got here? Custard, like frozen custard is just fattier, whereas like gelato has less fat and is slowly churned. This has more fat and is churned just the same. So, but we're only, is that really a half an hour?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, we've been making yogurt. Speaking of which, I need to get some. I actually find the process of making yogurt and then draining it to be Greek yogurt to be very satisfying. So yeah, this here's some yogurt. There's a little whey on top. No way.
Where's your curd? Wait.
But when you
Wait,
drain,
what are you doing with that?
and it goes in the cake
Oh.
instead of sour cream.
Oh.
So one thing that we have,
Gosh, Greek yogurt is like
it's
everything.
I will tell you, we have been we've been what is it 3 weeks, pretty much, of eating better, and well, you know, sort of works because you do feel better if you
Yeah. Yes.
lots of grains, like
I got a little tired of some of the repeat ingredients this week.
yeah, I
But
could
the
tell.
last 2 weeks were really good.
Yeah, well, it also maybe the protein choice. So I pick an anchor protein on Sundays or two. So this week was pork and salmon to mix it up, and then I made pitas and I made flatbread, which were great, but they molded very fast, and I think it's because of the moisture level, and they were put in Ziploc bags to keep fresh.
Yeah, we need to research like what to do about that.
So while this is warming up, we're going to mix our dry ingredients, and then we're going to take our hand mixer because we need to cream the butter. This has a half cup of butter softened, so you're going to need your what am I thinking? Hand mixer, and you're also going to need to soften the butter or leave it out on the counter. So I'm trying to do two things at once here so that we can, once the oven gets to warm, then this can just go right in and do its thing. What is that? I think the repeat was, we had a lot of the roasted vegetables and different things, which I could tell by yesterday was not a fan of, which is why we had Jim Boys for lunch today. So, all right, so I have 1.5 cups. I'm going to mix the, actually no. What am I going to do here? No, we don't need to do that yet. I have 1.5 cups of sugar, or nope, flour. This is 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm just going to mix these in together. And then I'm going to cream the butter with the sugar that I have for this. So, I'm thinking, hold on. Flour, baking powder, and salt. How much salt do I need? 1/4 teaspoon, which is roughly that amount. This is a really good job for our friend Ted Whisk. So, all I'm really doing, this is all, you just want to distribute.
What are you adding to that?
1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon
Yes, honey,
of
I
salt.
got that. But what are you adding to that flour mixture?
I'm not adding anything to the flour mixture yet. This
I was
is
just wondering if you might not be able to put it in the large thing and mix it.
no.
No?
This is because I need the butter and the sugar.
I was just trying to make your life easy.
I understand and I appreciate it. This is 3/4 cups of sugar, and like I said, 1/2 cup of butter, which is 1 stick, softened. So again, if you know anything about butter, the different states of butter produce different things happening in your baked goods. We should do a whole episode just on butter and baked goods.
Well, I used to melt my butter, pretty much melt my butter when I made chocolate or oatmeal cookies.
Yeah.
That made them flat and chewy.
Yes, that's what melted butter would do.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to, like I said, this is butter and sugar, and then I'm going to add 2 eggs. Those eggs are for this. Nope, turn down.
No boiling. Is it boiling?
Nope. Got very close though.
Steamy, not boiling.
Well, it's definitely steamed.
Kerrygold butter was the best tasting one I've tried recently. The best butter I've ever had was on the cruise, and it came from Argentina. Salted butter. That butter was good. I did not put any in my suitcase.
Now these eggs have been out on the counter because you want them to be a little bit like at room temperature. It's funny, I was watching this thing with Kenji Lopez Alton. They were talking about eggs in the United States, right? And we put our eggs in the refrigerator, and then
We wash them.
and they get weird, but he was like, the conversation was, how long can you keep eggs in your fridge because of the crisis with eggs, right? Like, and he was like, well, let's see, and he went and looked, and it's a long time, like because they're pasteurized, and they're cold, and they're in a shell, and there's nothing pathogens that can get to them, so, you know.
Well, and there is like, you should use older eggs for hard-boiled eggs. Is that right?
That's the most I've heard.
Is that just a wives' tale? I don't know.
I don't know if that's just wives' tale, but I've heard that.
Yeah.
What, older eggs float?
No, that you should use older eggs for hard-boiled eggs.
I don't know. I've used fresh eggs, and they're fine.
Well, I know, but
But,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, I think that's a thing, or I heard that. Denise has heard that.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good
There
question.
is the whole float thing. Bad eggs don't float. Or
No, bad eggs float.
float. I don't think I've ever had eggs in my fridge so long that I've never cracked an egg and thought, oh, this egg is bad.
Yeah.
I've thrown eggs out because I've thought, I have no idea how long these have been in here. I don't know.
Okay.
Has anybody ever actually cracked like a bad egg? And what was it like? Have you?
Well, my grandmother had chickens, and I remember one time that the dog.
That's not going to count though, because those wouldn't be pasteurized.
I know, but I'm just
Gosh.
saying that we found rotten eggs that the dog had buried, and my brother threw one at the
Century
he
eggs.
threw them at the barn,
Oh.
and it was one of the worst smells ever. So
Was it sulfuric?
I don't know if it was like rotten eggs. So
Yeah, but rotten eggs are like sulfury, but it was like rot, like meat rot.
yeah, it was bad. This is a 1/4 cup of sugar that we're just gonna use our hands for this, and our French winch. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, monsieur.
Again, we made ice cream on this. The technique is very much the same because our ice cream, which we don't use, is not as much fat, but it's still a custard base. So it's a variation on a custard base. Okay. How is everybody out there in the world? We haven't seen it.
Your dog's buried eggs?
Her dog, yeah, they used to get them from the chicken coop and bury them. Not my dogs, the Homestead dogs.
Grandma.
I bet your dog would do it too.
I don't think my dog could carry an egg without busting it. I don't know.
You're fine. Well, what you have missed, let's just catch you up, Deefy. We weren't here last week because we were supposed to be on a trip, but Amy got a popped lung on her right side. She's okay, going in for surgery on Monday, and then to fix the issue. So there, you're all caught up. I'm just getting this, see how it's lightening a little bit as we're putting in
Here.
air. That's what we're looking for.
No, I don't. This is my second one,
Don't know why I did that.
which is why I'm having surgery to fix the issue.
Okay, so we're just going to temper this. We don't need to do too much because we only have 6 egg yolks. But we do want to make sure.
We don't make scrambled eggs.
Yes. So heating the dairy with the lemon zest in there is going to release the oils that are in the zest. What we're going to, that's why we have this bad boy out. We're going to strain that into a bowl, and then we're going to cool it, because then we,
Okay.
so, okay. I poured most of it into the ladle. So then we have to reheat this, and it's got to get to 172 degrees. Something magical happens at about 172 degrees. What that is, I don't know.
Well, Deefy, did you buy the egg?
Yeah, did you?
Apparently this was some frantic waving down.
Of fresh eggs on the side of the road? I'm not reading.
Nope, they didn't buy the egg. Mr. Deefy thought it was like a trick-or-treat thing, and then if you said no, they'd egg you.
Okay. Well, I mean.
Oh my gosh, it was dark out.
Okay.
You might have gotten killed on the side of the road.
So you need your instant read thermometer, because this is currently set to 150. So it's not going to take very long to get up to where it needs to be. But you do want to keep it moving. Okay, so while that's coming up, so I got to do two things at once here, everyone, is now we're going to add to our fun mix here a 1/4 cup of our yogurt that we made. Get a different thing here.
No, leave them alone. They're just in their backyard enjoying life.
So,
Whoa, what was that?
it's,
Flame go out?
no, you just have to turn it down because
It made like a whoosh sound.
that was the liquid.
Oh.
So this, I mean, it is not going to take long. It's about 165 degrees right now. Okay.
That was the ice cream maker. No, it's people playing in their backyard.
Okay. So, okay. Bloop. That's, like I said, so you can buy at the grocery store, usually like a Whole Foods or a Sprouts or some other fancy store is going to have probiotic live culture yogurt. With that, you can then make your own yogurt. I happen to have the ice cream maker that also makes yogurt. So, It takes about 8 hours to do, all in all,
But
but
it's passive, right?
90% of it is passive. I have one lemon's worth. Lemon's worth sounds like a British guy from the 1800s.
It does.
William Lemonsworth of the zest, and then we are putting in a 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice. I squeezed this myself today.
Because I was napping.
Yes.
Lord Lemonsworth. You better test that.
I am. Perfect. Okay.
What happens?
So this is going to go into
It's gonna get exciting.
this thing.
It's gonna get exciting. Do you need Denise to come and hold the handle of that?
No,
Are you sure?
I do need hot pads though.
Hot
My
pads.
asbestos fingers can only do so much. Okay. The other thing this is going to do is smooth this out. Now, do you need to do this step? You don't need to do this step,
Yes.
but it will make your texture of your custard better. And if you do have any, I don't know, cooked egg, it's not going to be,
Leave it in there. Scrape it off.
yeah, but it's not too bad because you're gonna press it through anyways, so that's going to smooth it out.
Oh, no. Don't put the hot pad right back on that hot burner.
It's not that hot. It's called a hot pad.
Step 4, don't just eat the custard and forget the rest of the recipe.
I know, right? It's 100%. Okay.
Now where does that go?
This is going to go into the sink that I have over here, and I have to put a bunch of ice in there. I have to pay the toll before I can get the ice there. Here you go, Blue.
Eat it.
Very exciting. This doesn't need to go for very long. It just needs
No. Here you go.
It just needs to get the temperature down. Nope, that's the wrong way. Sorry, I don't know.
What are you doing?
Looking for a lid?
Why? Just let the heat escape out the top.
That's true.
You're afraid it would get water in it? Not that deep.
No, it's fine. Okay. Everything's fine. Everybody calm down.
Pretty cool.
We're
Okay.
fine.
This is going to go in here now. It's powdered sugar. Okay. Now we're going to mix everything together. And I'm just going to do this with this guy. Because I don't want to overmix. You just want the flour to be, mixed in. It does. The amount of, like when I was juicing the lemons earlier, oh man. Oh man, this is going to be so good.
So I have something I want to talk about, but I don't want to do it until you're at a place where your brain is less full. So
Okay.
is that this time, or
Sure.
should I wait for
Sure.
the cocktail?
Nope, you're fine. Let's go.
Okay. So the first time I had a chest tube put in for my first collapse line, I wasn't given anything. It just happened so fast that I wasn't put under anything like that.
No anesthesia.
No anesthesia, yeah. So this time, they gave me ketamine, which I 100% do not recommend. It was very scary. They had to give me quite a bit of it because plans changed in the middle of putting my chest tube in. The type of chest tube they used changed. But it was loud, super loud in my head. And what's the face I kept making, honey? Apparently, I thought I was a pirate and only had one eye and couldn't decide which eye was useful.
Or this one.
That's the look that happened when I knew my eyes were open, but I could not see through them because all I could see is what was going on in my own brain. Super crazy. Super crazy. Now,
Amy does not recommend.
no, I have been watching Hannibal. So that's not a good headspace to be in either when you're like, then like a medical thing is happening and yeah, not great. They then gave it to me again the following day. So the reason they use ketamine in procedures like this is it does not interrupt your breathing, which is good if you're having like a procedure on your lung. So the second time, first of all, I kind of knew more what to expect. Second of all, they gave me an additional medication that makes it easier to go in and come out. When you're coming out of ketamine, they call it you're in your K-hole. You're climbing out of your K-hole. It is terrible. So the second time was not so bad, but still, I don't recommend. I don't see how people do it for any sort of recreation, and or I know it's a treatment for depression and maybe other people handle it better than I do, but whoo, it was intense.
She did not like it. I can tell you that.
Not Flory Amy.
Yeah, do not floor
Okay.
me.
I need to pour in a half cup of lemon juice into the ice cream base.
I don't know. I think I would have preferred listening. Actually, what I would have preferred is nothing at all again. Truly. Because it was... You had to add more lemon juice to that?
I didn't add any lemon juice to that yet.
Oh, you had to add lemon juice to that?
Yes.
You forgot to?
No, you do it at this point.
Oh, okay.
And vanilla. So that was a half cup of fresh fresh lemon juice. And then I'm going to do another, I did a teaspoon of vanilla in here, and I'm doing a teaspoon of vanilla. The vanilla is just going to help balance things, give,
Yeah.
But you want to do it like right now. Well, it's like 135 degrees in there right now. It's going to help the flavors of the vanilla and the lemon juice bloom.
Half cup of fresh vanilla. I will pray for you.
Well, I just found out that Amy and Denise are going
You didn't just find out.
No, I found out a couple of days ago. Amy asked me if I would be mad if she went on a cruise in the spring with Denise, and that cruise, and then she goes, but that cruise is going to Grenada. And I just said, get a suitcase and fill it up with as much vanilla as you can,
Yeah.
and go from there. So, okay. So now I need just a little bit of, you could do butter on there, but you don't need to. So, you just want to make sure. This, by the way, this is a quarter sheet pan, if you didn't know that.
I did know that.
I know you knew that, but
Oh.
Those out in the universe.
Well, you look directly at me.
I always
Instead of
look.
the camera.
Always look directly at you.
Now, are you going to do parchment in there on top of that, or you're just going to bake it right in there?
Nope, I'm gonna get parchment. But it's gonna, but I am gonna spray the top
That
of the
helps
parchment.
it stick down.
Yeah. But I am also going to get.
Ooh. Fancy fitted thimble. I was just, a couple days ago, I hand stitched. Now this is going to sound fancier than it is. I hand stitched a little quilt for one of my,
Oh, do you want to show your bohemian?
yeah, for one of my room boxes. But it wasn't like, I just did some little stitches on top of some fabric. It wasn't like super fancy, but I did use a thimble, so that's what made me think of that.
This is good. You want it bigger like this because it's going to help. You're going to be able to pull it out easier.
Yes.
So we have all this going on. Oh yeah, what else? There's so much going on in this thing. You'll see. It's another
Oh
mastery.
yeah, I macrameed on it for it too.
So
I like these room boxes. They teach me new things.
you can have one if you really want one. You just have to pay for it. We have so many that you can look at. We haven't taken any pictures of them yet, but Amy just said before we started filming that we have to take pictures this summer of all the stuff because
I don't know what you're pointing at. What is that? Oh yeah.
because her
It's like a wooden bead rope they use it in decor.
yeah her friend one of her friends asked her what she does with these things, and she was like, I stack them in a corner and when I'm done. So anyways, so this is just get this.
Ooh, that's sticky stuff.
Pound cake. It is sticky stuff. Look, pound cake is, dense, right? So
Yeah. I think you did it wrong. I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
I just want to see.
I know.
you
I
do
know.
it too.
Listen, believe me. I know what you were doing. I know.
Yuki says pound cake is thick.
We are not, we're trying for as clear as even as possible. But to do that,
Yeah, I was going to say we should do that.
perfect. Okay,
Perfect.
about 20 minutes. 25 is
20
where
minutes.
we're.
Sorry about the quick camera work. Nobody threw up.
Okay, so now we're going to check this. We're going to use that to do that, so we'll have to use this. Like I said, this ice cream thing is already cooled, so we don't need to worry about like it being 90 degrees or less or whatever, because it's. Nope, I turned it off. Nope. It's at about 110 degrees, which is fine. Okay,
Now what's happening?
you got it. Pan over here.
Okay, panning over there. There's a terrarium in our way. Can you pull that terrarium towards you, Denise? Good eye.
Okay, this is cooled. The ice cream maker is now running, and now we're going to pour this in here, and then hopefully. We were really only looking for this to get to like a soft servy level, and then for tonight. If you want, then you can firm it up just in the freezer afterwards. We're just going to wash this out and use this for when it goes in there. So, okay, do its thing. Let's get some things out of the way here. So, I don't know if we've actually made the fresh lemonade here before, but Yeah, well, listen, everybody's get jealous of the continent, as we said. I have simple syrup, simple syrup, simple syrup, simple syrup. We're going to use the majority of our simple syrup here. So I need 3/4 of a cup of our good stuff. We are at 2.5 cups, which means we would be at 1 3/4 cups, right? For a half,
Yeah,
for
for
3/4.
3/4,
Okay.
yes.
Ooh, we're almost there. Perfect. And we want an equal amount, which we'll throw in here, of simple syrup.
Whoa.
I bought a treadmill,
Right.
$300 on the Facebook Marketplace. Came with a a foldable weight bench, and some weird like inflatable things with like elastic like poles on it, and
Resistance bands?
yeah. But I'm running 2 days and off for a day, 2 days off for a day, a mile at a time.
Cold brewed tea into simple syrup. Huh.
Yeah. Okay. 3/4 cup fresh lemon juice, 3/4 cup of simple syrup, 2.5 cups cold water. This is 9.5 pH or higher. I don't know what that means.
Nobody does.
Okay.
Man, you could have made this in a pretty picture. We have a million.
Yep. I expected it to make more, to be perfectly honest with you, so. Whoops. I mean, I can double up the recipe.
Might as well, since we have all that. Lemon.
True that.
Do you need that lemon juice for the drizzle?
I need, yes, but I only need 2 teaspoons, or 2 tablespoons. And
Well, you can always make more after.
this is 3/4, if I go to 1 cup, then we'll still have 1 cup, because
Okay.
that'll do. Close enough. That's how we do things around here. Close enough.
Weirdo. Who's Z-Bird?
I don't know. Oh yes, I do know. Yes. Really? I gotta get fit. I liked running. I ran a mile in 13 minutes. First time I've run a mile in probably 5 years. Pretty proud of myself for that one. And then I did it again the next day, so it wasn't a fluke. Just saying.
I don't know what a good time for a mile is.
Well, for not having run a mile, 13 minutes is pretty good. I want to get my goal next is just to go down a minute, but then to go from there, my goal is to get to at least an 8-minute mile.
8-minute mile.
That's a very good time. Okay. What else am I doing with this? Ice.
In the glasses, not in there.
Yeah. No, that's what we're going to do this. So, let me get it.
Mother-in-law didn't appreciate me calling the landlords live outside chickens tasty snack friends. We went to visit. She also didn't think me posting a bit of them in Rose's Discord under the food chain.
Okay, let me get the pellet ice.
Just bring the container over, can't you?
Somebody is barbecuing.
It doesn't smell delicious.
It smells very good.
I'm gonna zoom in on you. Because when you move, there's the chicken, guys. It's over there. Giving Doug the eye.
He's like, you sons of bitches replaced me.
When are you gonna cut that plumeria?
Soon. Okay. So we got our homemade lemonade. And let me tell you, it's worth it to do it. It's so good. So,
Nah, I'll stick to country time.
of course you would.
When have we ever had country time on here?
I don't know. Country time lemonade's not bad. If you wanted to, you could, really lemon it up and make this out. You could put some limoncello in here too, but we're not going to.
Don't threaten me with a good time, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to do 2 ounces of this guy.
That's why I'm not gonna have any.
Now you could add a little Prosecco, give it a little bubbles too if you wanted to. I don't think you need to because it's going to be delicious. Just top the whole thing.
No, you don't need that. But if we had bubbly water, you could have made the lemonade with bubbly water.
Could have. Excuse me, you're in my kitchen.
That sounds good.
What does?
With vanilla vodka in there. Then
Yeah.
It would be like a lemon-sicle. All right?
Jack does these. There it is. Nope. Now you would have thought I
Itch in your throat?
could have kept one thing to have a lemon slice as a
Garnish?
garnish, but I didn't. So live and learn. Yeah, it's good.
It's very ginny. Is that what you're adding? More lemon?
Yeah. So I would go 1.
I would add more lemon juice to the lemonade. So whatever is left in that,
Yeah.
after you make the drizzle, I would put in the...
We'll make the drizzle right
Container.
now.
Okay. It was sticky.
Yeah. Ooh, a lemon sickle. Mm.
Wait, before you do that. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, 1 cup of powdered sugar.
Better go light on that, Paul. Over on Paul.
We're fine.
Naughty, naughty.
Tiny Whisk. You think Tiny Whisk has a little cowboy hat and a holster with 2 little guns? That's what you're trying to tell me? I know we've talked about this before, but, and I think if you're of our age, you'll remember, like, in between Saturday morning cartoons was that weird, really pointy-nosed dude, and he's like, I want a hunk of cheese, and he had, like, holsters. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, see if you can, I'm going to see if it's,
I'm hankering for a hunk of cheese.
yeah. I'm a hankering a hunk of cheese.
It's
He was like a Schoolhouse Rock type guy.
Yeah, but he was like,
But he was an advertisement for cheese?
He was a wheel of cheese,
yes.
and he had a cowboy
Oh,
hat.
I remember that. Okay, Wheel of Cheese.
But
That's how you describe it. You don't say a guy with a pointy nose.
he did have a pointy nose and a
Yeah,
cowboy
but
hat.
He was a hunk of, he was a wheel of cheese. That is
find
the
a
most
t-shirt with him on it.
distinguishing.
So the other day somebody was talking about Cal Worthington and his dog
Go see
Spot.
cow, go see cow, go see cow.
I didn't realize that Cal Worthington was like a whole West Coast thing,
Yeah, it's just
right?
West
I
Coast,
think
yeah.
Earl Shive was too.
But
helping in
we had
Right?
we had Cal Worthington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes. He
Yellow
was
hat,
all
curly,
yellow.
Big weird yellow carrot nose. Yeah.
He did all kinds of advertisement. It was like I think it was like again for like the food council or something like that to promote healthy eating, because it was like between Saturday morning cartoons. It wasn't like a thing for a
Did he
cereal.
talk about the food pyramid?
I don't even know. Yeah, he was jaundiced. He was very jaundiced individual.
His liver did not work.
But he knew how to snack.
All right, so add this.
But he knew how to snack.
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring him up because I really almost bought a T-shirt with him on it just the other night.
You know, sometimes I think that there are like shared hallucinations that like when I talk about things, people are like, I sort of remember that. But like I have this. If you say you're from a small town, like if you're from a really small town, I have a test to say if you're from a small town. One time we went camping and a friend of a friend showed up and she said she was from some small town somewhere. And I was like, did you have a video store there? And she was like, yes. And I said, okay. Did you ever have the movie Condor Man there? And she was like, yes. I didn't think anybody else knew what that was. And I was like, I have a theory that first of all, in the late 70s and 80s, they started just like flooding media, right? But Disney made Condor Man, and they had all of these videos that
What is Condor Man about?
It's a superhero named Condor Man who has
Okay.
like mechanical wings and a cool ass car and all of this stuff.
not know about
Yeah, because you're not from a
Condor
small town.
I am from a small
Nope.
town.
Elko is too big.
Really?
Yes. I believe that it has to be 5,000 people or less for it to make any sense. But
Condor Man is also yellow?
he's not all yellow. He wears white with yellow things. But there is a thing where, yes, see? And so then I say, okay, do you know about the peanut butter solution? And that is a weird, even weirder movie in which a child
That was
goes...
a book, right?
I don't know. I saw it as a movie, and it's a child who goes to a witch because he's like got alopecia, or he's
Cal
bald.
Worthington and his dog Spot.
Yep.
Andrea is sending me, and then Condor Man. I have to look at this. I do not know.
But-
I never knew Condor Man.
Yeah. And the peanut butter solution, and the whole thing that's hilarious about it is that there's many things that are sort of hilarious and problematic at the same time, is that one, he goes to a witch to get a solution, the peanut butter solution, so that he can grow hair. Except for
Yes.
it works too well, and he like has a bunch of hair.
Yes.
And then he has a little Asian friend who takes the peanut butter solution and he rubs it on his like pubic area, and then he has it like puffs out of his pants.
I think these are memories I have blocked out because now I'm remembering them. Thanks, man.
Oh. See?
I fever dream.
No. This is why it literally is. It literally is like it's a test.
I
because-
remember the painting of the goop on his head.
Yes. See?
What?
See?
Peanut butter solution.
I swear to God, they only distributed them to like small town video stores because when I talked
These
to
people are bored to watch anything.
well, I honestly
Seriously.
think that's what it was because we had one movie theater with 2 theaters in it,
Yeah.
or 1 theater, and then another one opened with 2 theaters in it. And listen,
And movie places and gas stations.
yes, and we had. I mean, just remember going in there and you'd be like, "What am I seeing here?" And again, this was the 80s, and nobody checked what you rented. Nobody. This is
No.
what I saw Friday the 13th. my brother, who is only 3 years older than me, I'm pretty sure he rented the first Friday the 13th, and I had a fear. To be honest, I kind of still have a fear when it's completely dark outside that Jason Voorhees is somewhere
I
out
never
there.
saw those films.
Even though Jason Voorhees does not appear until the second movie. Well, he does appear in the first movie, but not as the hockey mask. So. Yeah.
I watch a lot of movies, but the peanut butter solution is Canadian. See, my parents would not have rented. I watched like Rambo and Predator.
Yeah.
And that
We
kind
watched
of
all those
crap.
things as well, but
Australian cowboy movie. Trinity Brothers.
Deefy doesn't like sitting in recliners that you fall back in because of Friday the 13th.
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Also,
What, he gets you from behind?
basically, if you're going to have sex of any kind or any hanky-panky, Jason will kill you.
Oh.
His mom, too.
I'm not going to fall through it and get eaten by a giant Freddy death worm.
That's also
There's
true.
a chance. Ooh.
I will tell you, Nightmare on Elm Street, like,
Poltergeist. I did watch the Poltergeist. But I watched them with my mom because I was like, I want to watch these. I'm scared. To my mom, and I watched them together.
when that tree pulls him out of the bedroom and starts to eat him.
And House too.
Yeah, I have those. Well, those are comedic.
They are, yeah.
They're, I remember laughing so hard at House and House 2. I think that this was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my
Talk
life.
about Poltergeist anymore, I have to leave the room.
Yeah.
I'll have nightmares.
Not only the tree
Is
and
Poltergeist the one with the pool being dug?
yes, and the bodies. Yeah.
yeah,
I was just gonna say all of these things. Yeah, but like we'd go and there were a lot of like little like anthology like all the Disney cartoons that like came out in the 50s and 40s, 50s and 60s. Like they had these collections of them and they just had like Mickey Mouse's face on it. It was like Mickey Mouse Volume 1 and it was a white cassette like case with a cassette in it, and then my mom, of course,
And it was just the Mickey Mouse cartoons?
it was just all the shorts and all the
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. But my mother, one thing that we would invest in, and I think this is why I come by it naturally, is my mother we bought a VCR that she could record from one cassette to the next. So that we had so many.
So you come from a long line of pirates. So you're telling
Yeah.
me.
I think we had that too.
A long line of media pirates.
Listen. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's got a little bit to go. But let's take a look at this, is what we really want to take a look at. So Amy, tell us what we're looking at here.
So I was inspired by, another crafter. I can't remember who it was. Anyways, they made like a little bohemian thing. So it started with the little wicker bookshelf, and I made all of that. And then the little macrame thing, obviously, I made all of this. This is all from scratch, actually. Nothing except for that metal thing in the back. That's the only thing that was like...
Okay, here's a funny story. So this painting...
Yeah, so Denise does paint by numbers, and vintage ones, and then she gives me the boxes.
Because they have what they're supposed to look
like. And I cut the
like.
little samples out and use them as artwork in these boxes. Well, she didn't know I was using that painting in this box, and she just finished painting that one in real life.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
So
I sewed those little pillows.
she made the rugs. It has little fringe
those
on
are little
it.
printed on fabric, and then I fringed out the fabric. I made those little Moroccan lights. Wait, hold it up again. Turn it so we can look in the bookshelf. See that little jade Buddha? That was like a little charm off of a bracelet that I painted. I don't know if you can see it very well.
You can zoom in.
Yeah, but it's just dark in there. That's why. But it's cool. Yeah.
So
Turned out really good.
So, a thing like this, if you're
Yeah.
interested.
What would you guys pay for that? Oh, wait, bring it in again and tip it down so we can look at the couch. See here, Deefy, this is the little blanket that I hand stitched on with embroidery fleece.
There's a little magazine a little nature magazine that she has on the
Yeah.
coffee table.
Like little candles.
So
Those are thimbles, by the way.
the little plant.
All the little plant pots are thimbles. That one in the back with the snake plant in it, that's a thimble on the little side table. Do you see it?
Yes. So we watched one of the crafters that we watch. She made these plants and like did a whole like she painted a sheet of like paper and then she like did a bunch of stuff and that's how the leaves were made.
Yeah.
And like so that you get the variations in color and then you like do it on the paper and then you cut it the shapes you want so you don't get.
Yeah. So that one on the coffee table there. That's but I made both those.
Little
The
shells.
coloring on that pink one is good, huh?
Yeah, no, it's very good, all of it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's super cute. It turned out really good.
So, yes, we've got lots of projects. And how many of these do you think you have right now?
Maybe like a dozen.
I think you have more than a dozen.
Go count how many. How's your cake looking?
I mean, it's going to be a little while. We got a little bit of time we have to fix. So, listen, Denise brings over and Andrea bring over what we call useful trash.
Mm-hmm.
So any little plastic bits or like if there's like
Caps to things.
exactly.
Those make excellent planters.
We watched a guy today, and I can't remember his channel, but he does a lot of like mech stuff and robotic stuff. And he did this room like a little workshop, robot building workshop today. It was very, very, very cool. And we were commenting on how like the use of space is how like a 17, not counting the videotapes that she's done.
I'm counting the book things and like the.
That's all right. That's all of those things they do. Yes, 17. So
Well, it's fun.
we will be, Ben Book and Crafts will be putting stuff out. We do have an Instagram at Ben Book and Crafts. We haven't
Yeah.
done anything with it, but we should. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do.
So it's Joanna K's Mini Life was the tutorial for the wicker that I kind of followed. Oh no, sorry, Miniature Addiction Club. Miniature Addiction Club. And then what's going on there?
It's I'm gonna let the time run out, but it can't. I stuck this in and it came out clean. So.
Oh, nice. Is that what you're talking about? The little mech lab?
Yeah.
You looked at today?
Yeah, what's the CLW something I think.
Yeah. CWs?
Yeah. Anyways, you're gonna post them in the chat.
Sure.
You should go subscribe. Also, Ace of Clay, North of the Border,
Queen City Minis.
If you like that kind of thing,
Tiny, creepy things.
yes, I'm Adam and I make tiny creepy things. And then Boylai Hobbies is they're all
Tiny nerdy things.
nice, yeah, but they're all. First of all, Adam and North of the Border is his channel, and he's goofy and he makes these things that make us laugh, and they're really like. Again, we like watching people who are super talented artistically do what they're doing. See, that's what we're looking for. So I can feel on the top, very nice. It's got nice browning. I'm gonna pull this out and set it on a, just to let it cool a little bit. Well, we might have to try the ice cream later because it does not doing what it's supposed to do. So, we'll see. Anyways,
We gotta let this cool first.
You don't have to do two. You don't have to. The part of it is letting it not cool for super long, because you can still eat it as it's. But that's the reason you use the parchment,
Yeah.
because it comes
That was
out
awesome.
super easy.
Bloop, bloop.
Throw that in there. Don't worry that the top is not like brown. It's fine.
Can we peek and look at the bottom, or it's too soon?
It's too soon. It's too high. It's too far apart. I mean, I could cut it, and we can look at a smaller
No.
piece. It doesn't matter. So, let's see what. Oh, okay. Let's do a greenhouse update. So I have some hanging baskets that have black-eyed Susan vines coming up, and I planted some nasturtiums in there of different red. I have these really pretty red cardinal-colored ones that are good. They'll mound down from the hanging ones on the finger, and then I have Alaska variegated, just as a whole thing, and it will be orange and white and yellow and look really pretty. And then I planted a
But
bunch of.
that's not what I like.
You don't go out there and look.
But I like the viney, the sweet potato vines.
Yeah, I'm not planting it in there. I'm planting those into things like I normally do.
Oh.
Th-
But
yeah.
those like cascade and they're pretty.
Yeah, but they don't make flowers.
Oh, you like flowers.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it pretty. I also have I have carnations started,
Really?
and carnations will come back every year. So that's why I need to get dirt and plant them along the back and plant them in there. My tomatoes look really good. I got to go buy banana peppers. Mine never came up, which is sad. I have jalapenos up. I have Tabasco peppers. I have some lettuce.
Oh, speaking of, did you see the oils that I bought at Orsi?
I didn't see all of them.
Check it out.
Well, where are they?
Right there. Those three.
No, these are empty bottles.
Oh, then I put them in there. Right there. It should be right in front of your face. Right
Dry
there.
Creek, you mean? Or you mean?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Trattori?
Dry Creek. No,
Up?
I'm sorry. Trattori. But yes, it's those.
Yes, I did see these. I think we have basil oil.
No, I looked. Remember? Because we needed it for something the other day, and that was the only one we didn't have.
Jalapeno lime.
Yeah, that's going to be good, don't you think?
I don't know. I've been thinking about this. I don't know about flavored olive oils in a way that like I'd much rather have. They're useful, but I don't have any recipes that like.
Well, I think you put it into Sherlock and say, hey, I need a salmon recipe that uses this.
Sure, basil olive oil, which we
Yes,
needed that. That
delicious.
was something. Jalapeno, which is going to have a little to it.
Yeah.
And then also these are going to be good for just like if you want if you bake bread and you want like vinegar and olive oil
Yeah.
like dippers.
Yes.
That's the good one. Also, all of our lights just came on because it's 8:03 and that's when sunset is, so they're set to that.
So there's a thing in the ledge right now in Nevada.
The legislation.
Yep, sorry. About not doing daylight savings time anymore.
Right.
But here's the catch. You don't get the time we're having now.
Nope.
You get the other time.
Nope. I don't want that.
Right. Because like the latest it will go dark is like 8 or 8:30.
I'd like to keep this time.
And then the earliest
Ooh.
it will get light is like 4:30 in the morning.
What are we, fucking farmers? Excuse me, but
I don't like that. I want it to be the other time. So I don't get it.
I don't.
Because it's a national thing. It's against national. Like, if you don't do daylight savings, you have to do that time.
Is that what Arizona does?
It must be.
Now, part of me
But
wants.
they're also closer to the equator, so.
True. Part of me wants to poke holes in this with this toothpick.
And check.
No,
Oh,
Or the
why?
sequel.
and let the seepage happen, almost like a tres leches cake,
Seepage. What do you mean seepage?
like into it. So, I'm not gonna
Oh,
pour.
the drizzle?
Yeah.
I thought you weren't drizzling the whole cake. I thought you were
Oh.
drizzling individual pieces.
Let me get.
I feel like that bill is a catch-22. I don't like it. Yeah. I don't think I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I want them to not have daylight savings because, again, we don't live in an agrarian society here in Nevada.
Wait. I think you could just leave it on there to cut it.
See? Look how spongy and delicious that
But
was.
that just broke off?
Yeah.
How's it nice?
Delicious and lemony. So you get to have a little bit of this.
I think it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because I think I don't like how it is now, but I wouldn't like that any better.
I don't know if you want to share with Denise, but
I can share it for
all right.
But you don't have your amoebas on it.
any of my amoebas on it.
It was good.
Yeah. Oh no. And everything's going to pass. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah.
Denise said, "Ah, yuck." I don't believe her.
Usually a good sign.
I mean, it's real good. The cake itself, I mean, if you just,
Not really a pound cake.
I mean,
It's a cake, but I like it.
I think if it was in
It's similar to my white chocolate cake.
a little bit, it's denser than a regular cake, I would say. It is good though. Yeah.
What's going on over there in the custard division?
Well, it's just spinning, which is fine, but it's not
Not solidifying?
it's not where we want it to be yet. Let me look.
Well, can you dip something in there so we can at least taste it? Oh,
It's quite good.
put that back in. I don't know.
Let's see if we can get.
Oh, what's that?
It's frozen. That's the frozen part.
Oh, you're dripping.
It's gonna be good. Just gotta keep it going. We need about. It's got about 26 minutes left. I think you need about 20 of that, unfortunately. But I'm not gonna keep you here for 20 minutes. But we have made ice cream before. This is very similar in the process. So
Delish.
I like this. Lemony.
Yeah, it's good.
This warm plus that with the drizzle on the top of both.
Yeah, it's just the right amount of lemony. It's not like
It's just the right amount of sweet too. It's not very. It's not super sweet.
No.
Can I help you, sir?
Sit, Blue. Sit.
Blue,
Did
come
you
here.
just sit so they could see your face, Stubby? Oh, now I'll parade there.
Sit.
You got to see Lily's tail.
You can't have any of this, but I'm just telling you to sit. You can't really see them because they're on this side.
No.
Sit.
Hey, Jackie.
Blue, come here.
There's Boozy.
Sit. There he is. All right, beat it. Go.
But Dad, you called me.
Yeah, I know. I'm not giving you any of this cake. It's mine. All right. Next week, like I said, it's Denise's birthday. So, and then the next week is our birthday,
Wow.
which just so happens we will not be here.
We started this on Memorial Day weekend?
Nope. Memorial Day weekend is a week early because of the last Friday.
Oh.
It is. So we will be actually in Portland with our good friend the Hoises. So
If
if everything goes the way it is, everything's going to go the way it's supposed to. But if it doesn't,
If I feel like being in a car for 9 hours.
it's going to be fine. You're going to sleep anyway.
Take one of your knockout meds and you'll just arrive.
But yeah, they are adorable-ish.
Do you want one?
Yeah, I'll send both of them to you.
We do it home.
But I'm gonna do a show around Denise next week because it's
Great steak and pizza, everyone.
it's her birthday.
You could.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
What are we gonna do?
Steak and pizza.
Steak and pizza.
We're gonna do something around Denise.
Okay, yeah.
Go like and subscribe to this video. Go like right now. Everybody go like. Everybody go like right now. Do it. I want to see it. There says, I don't know how many people it says there in the chat, but I want to see everybody in the chat, live or not, go like this video right now. If you haven't subscribed, some fool unsubscribed last month.
What?
So, whatever. It's their loss. Also, some fool downvoted the last video as well. What?
Their fingers slipped.
Listen, I don't know what the deal is. We're just some people out here having a good time. Don't need to be that. So, you have feral cat. Okay, you should let them.
At work.
You should definitely let them in. Also,
No,
hey,
they're at work. Can't let them in at work.
do it at work,
You
Ping.
can.
Do it. You should do it. Also, Pat, congrats, Ping, on joining the tech team as a junior tech person. So, for the Minecraft server.
Oh, nice
So,
job. Congratulations. Good.
We're gonna eat this ice cream. We'll figure out what we're eating for dinner. Who knows? I haven't decided anything. And remember, everybody, that we love you. To be kind, to be loyal, give gates where you can. Do something nice for somebody next week. We love you very much, and we will see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.